Good morning, Mom. Good morning, classmates. Our topic for today is all about the Philippine Fishery Code of 1998 Republic Act Number 8550. This act it helps many fishermen. So, uh, this is it. An act providing for the development, management, and conservation of fisheries and aquatic resources, integrating all laws pertinent thereto and for other purposes. It is declared policy to limit access to the fishery and aquatic resources of the Philippines for exclusive use and enjoyment of Filipino citizens. Another principle of policy is the protection of municipal fishermen. Salient features of the act is first to target the point is achieved while the limit reference point is avoided. Commercial fishing vessels are required to keep a daily record of their catch, spoilage, effort, and other information on catch and disposal. Monitoring, control, and surveillance system requires vessels to have vessel monitoring system to track and monitor the position, course, and speed of the vessels at any given time for the purpose of managing fishing effort for traceability. Next, a legal remedy known as the citizen suit to promote the people's right to participate in decision-making, enhance civil and political rights, and ensure implementation of law. Strategic lawsuit against public participation. Measure where the enforcers and citizens who push for fishery reforms can use the defense of SLAP or SLAPP in cases failed to purposely harass, chill, or vex them. To protect the right of the Filipino, to protect the rights of fisher folks, especially of the local communities, and with the priority to municipal fisher folk. The preferential use of the municipal waters, such preferential use shall be based on, but not limited to maximum sustainable yield or MSY or total allowable catch or TAC on the basis of resources and ecological conditions and shall be consistent with our commitments under international treaties and agreements. So, this act helps to protect all the fishermen, especially to the local communities. And in local communities, the most priority one is the municipal waters fisher folks. This is the small fisheries like yung bangka lang, yung andito lang sa malapit, hindi yung nasa laot na talaga, hindi katulad nun. So, next is to manage fishery and aquatic resources in a manner consistent with the concept of an integrated coastal area management in specific natural fishery management areas appropriately supported by research, technical services, and guidance provided by the state. So let's go to the strength of the act. So the strength of the act is it helps the rights of the fisher folks, especially in local communities with priority to municipal fisher folks. And next, conservation, protection, and sustained management of the country's fishery and aquatic resources. Poverty alleviation and the provision of supplementary livelihood among municipal fisher folk. improvement of productivity of aquaculture with ecological limits, optimal utilization of offshore and deep sea resources, and also the last is upgrading of post-harvest technology. So the strength of the act. The strength of the act. All fishermen, they have the rights that they will be protected, they will be sustainable, especially especially in a minor damage. They will be sustained, and or else their boat will be damaged. The government will replace the boat, yung pinapalitan ng bago yung mga nasisira nilang mga bangka, so that they will continue to have their works, to have fi- to have their fisher boat. The weakness of the act is a total of prohibited acts such as unregulated and unreported fishing were added to the fisheries code. Harsher penalties will be exacted for violations where uh, fines could reach up to 90 million for unreported fishing. So the weakness of the act, you should be so when your boat or when your vessels not recorded to the government, or shall we say, there is no permit that you should there is no permit, you should be caught, something like that, you should be caught and have the penalties to be paid. So to avoid that, we should get the permit from the government, we so that we are free to get to continue the works, especially when to the fishery, so that you will not be encountered the penalties.
Opportunity of the Act. In broad term, it involves including inland sea, aquaculture, deer, navigation, oceanography, aquarium management, fish breeding processes. We can make breeding processes if we want. Then we have export and import of seafoods. For example, if we're going to export or import to another provinces, especially product by product. Problem with the act implement in the Philippines. Philippines Fisheries Code 1998 Republic Act No. 8550. It is declared policy to limit access to the Philippines for the exclusive use enjoyment of the Filipino citizens. Another principle of the policy is the protection of municipal fisheries. Then we have another facing problem implement in the Philippines. Some of inefficiencies the environment issue facing the fisheries sectors are resources. We have depletion overfishing, then destructive fishing, siltation population, and post-harvesting loss, and we have marketing. Moreover, there are a socio-economic issue of the poverty in the coastal areas in the policy, including the needs for strong fisheries regulations. Then we have problem with the act implement in your locality. We're able to accommodate the more intense fishing eventually. However, fisheries resources are unable to more intense fishing. Fisheries resources were unable to contain or sustain fisheries in both because resulting of the overfishing. Then it have been the problem continues to pers- persist today. Then we have our recommendation. So we need to reduce illegal fishing. Then we prevent overfishing. Then we protect fish habitat. Thank you.